I thought I might do what I really intended to do was like kind of intuition, divining, first thought. But I think I'm just going to do this one on divining. I kind of do this for my friend Mary. She can divine some of her medical issues in her, what her condition might be and what her treatment might be, using a pendulum and a chart, or you can either just do a numbered chart. Numbers will work great, 1 through whatever. 1 through 10, it's easy. It's nice to have fewer numbers. It's easier to work with, but you can do 1 through 30, whatever. You can make a list. Or you can just, I got some charts. I'll show you some charts I made. Making charts is easy. You just need a straight edge and a round object like a coffee cup. And you just make a line, put the coffee cup half, and you make a circle. It's like and then you just draw, how many lines. You have your chart laying here, like, that's a real simple one. I got it numbers going both ways. I can do it backwards or forwards. It's just 1 through 10. And I might have a list over here of 10 different choices. Sometimes I laminate these charts and use them over and over and over for special things. But I might just have a book of charts. You could buy a book of charts, but they're better. You're better when you make your own because they're for what you need. Or you can do yes and no. So let me just touch on the other topics and we'll get into the pendulum. Intuition. I don't know. For years and years and years, I was such an idiot. Whatever would pop into my mind, I would say, that can't be right. I'm a real smart guy. I'll think of the right thing. What a bad plan. The one that pops into your head is the right one 99 times out of 100. So don't be stupid and ignore your intuition because you think you're smart and ruin your life. The thing that pops in your mind is the right one almost every time. So just don't be stubborn with an intellectual pride. That's what kills intuition. Ego, Ego wants to be in charge, I'm not going to listen to that first thought. I wouldn't be in charge. But sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to use a device for divining. The other one's better, But I don't know, man. It took me a long time to get good at this. Maybe I can help you, and it won't take you 30 years to get competent at this. The biggest obstacle, pendulum, is not, believing in your own intuition. Your mind knows. Your mind's a Buddha. Your body's a Buddha. You're the problem, You're the block. You're what's messing everything up all the time. So mainly you're just trying to get out of the way a little bit. Biggest problem people have with pendulum is they're so frozen, like the pendulum won't move. If you're frozen, pendulum's gonna have a hard time moving. And second biggest problem we have is I don't believe anything, you know. And not believing anything is fine. That's healthy. That's the Buddha's attitude. The Buddha wouldn't believe this shit either until he proved it to himself. So you're gonna have to prove it to yourself that it's got some validity and this works, you know. It's just like a little experiment. Let's do a little experiment. Ha ha ha. It's not based on belief in the beginning. I don't believe it now, you know. I know I can mess it up just so easy. It's beyond belief, you know, and it'll fool you too, you know, sometimes. But I'm going to do a little experiment, have some fun, you know. And I've gotten so that it's been right a lot, so whatever. You know, the first thing you do is, you know, standing makes this go better in the beginning or anytime. Anytime you really want to know what you're doing, stand up, because then you got a lot more movement in your body. It's easier for your body to move. Sitting down, you can be frozen and won't move, but you just have to, I don't know how to do it. You get so you're not frozen like a piece of wood, then it goes a little better. But you stand, you're not as frozen because you're swaying a little bit. This is like involuntary movement. It's just involuntary. Your unconscious is doing this. You don't want to do it yourself. You just want to let your knowing quality back there somewhere do this with you out of the way, but it's got to be able to move. That's going to be probably the hard part in a way, but you just ask a question. I'll ask a question. With using this pendulum, what is a yes? Bam, it immediately starts going like this. So all my life, a yes has been this. What is a no? It immediately starts going like that. That's a no. All my life, that's been a no. It might be opposite for you. It's going to be one of the two. Oh, yes. Maybe it'll go like this in a circle, and then that'll be a yes. Whatever. One way is a yes, one way is a no. Who knows what it is for you, but that's what it is for me. And a lot of times I'll have three choices. So if I've got three choices, this is one, this is two, like this, and this is three. And I can do 4, 5. By the time you get to 5, you might want to use a chart. But I can do 3, I can do 4 without a chart. Easy. It's a choice between these three things. Do I want to go to lunch here, or I want to do this next, or this next, or one of these three places, whatever. It's just easier not to think all the time. Fuck. Thinking all the time just won't get you where you want to go, but just being clear, decisive, making a decision has shit all to do with what my thinking mind thinks is the best way to operate. I don't know. You know, best way is just thought pops in your head, you trust it, and you go. But there's just another way of learning that, I guess. I don't know. First thought, best thought, as Trump Rinpoche says. First thought, best thought, trust. It's all about developing trust. When you trust yourself, you're like a Buddha. The first thought's the best thought. You just go, and your life is smooth. Yeah, here's some of these charts. I do this thing called energy medicine called Jin Shin Jitsu. You got to decide between 200 things what to do, different flows. So I got 3 charts. They won't all fit on one, you know. So I got 3 charts First thing I do is I go 1, 2, or 3 chart, and then I know which chart to use. And I'm using 1, 2, or 3 charts. My friend Mary will get this because she does this Jin Shin Jitsu too. You know, and this is probably for a weak-minded person in a way, but it gets the job done. I don't have to think too much, but there's other ways of doing this involving your intuition. And this is, a lot of times I want to know what spiritual practice I'm going to do, a sadhana. So I couldn't fit them all in one. I got 2 charts. So first I do 1 chart, 2 chart, and then I do, I've been happy with that. This is a number chart. This is a letter chart. You can do letters like the Ouija board, sort of. I got this out of it. There's a book called The Pendulum Book. It's a great book, man. Get the book, copy the charts. But you're also most of what it's gonna be is you making your own chart. That's another sadhana chart. Here's one of my lists. I got 24 what to make macrobiotic cooking. I got a list of 24, and then I just do a numbered chart. Helps me decide what I want to cook. There's just a simple number chart. Sometimes you need more than 10, but you don't need that many. There's 13. There's just different activities. I might do golf, do a long sadhana, do some kind of dharma practice. I don't know what it is. That's, what day do I leave on my trip? There's all the days of the week. It kind of, sometimes I can figure it out, but a lot of times traveling in the future, you don't know, it's better. Here's a chart with 17 numbers. The more numbers you get, it gets a little squeezed. I'm looking for a girlfriend, so I got all these girls. Anyway, you get the idea. The charts are pretty damn cool. This book for divination, there's the I Ching. I love the I Ching. I got 12 I Ching books. I got about 6 main ones. It's fantastic doing the I Ching. It just blows your mind. But I don't know. 2/3 of the time, you don't really know what the hell happened. You got a lot of good information. Oh my God, so much information. But as far as making a quick decision, you can't with the I Ching a lot of times. So 2,000 years ago, these guys says, we love the I Ching, man. We just love the I Ching. There's just nothing like it. But half the time, we don't know what the hell to do. So they wrote this book. You use this book, and you know what to do. It's like a little I Ching. It gives you all this beautiful stuff, but it tells you what the hell to do. Ling Chi Ching. This is fantastic, but pretty easy to throw. You throw 12 coins, 3 different kinds of coins, 4 of each one. There's a chart. It tells you to read it. I don't know how many. There's I don't know. There's 122, 125. Anyway, there's a lot. But when you get done, there's not that long. It's just, you know what to do. Usually. So, pendulum. I don't know. A lot of it's just getting free in your head and shoulders, huh? Anybody remember that? Getting free in your arm. And in the beginning, you might have a hard time moving. Like I say, just stand up or just just sit there, just practice your Alexander, it'll move. A lot of people can't use the pendulum because it won't move. It's frozen, but that's not an obstacle. That's what happens to everybody in the beginning. It'll move. But the biggest thing with the pendulum is not interfering with your own hopes and fears about what the answer is. That's the whole game. That's the whole ball game, is getting out of the way and not influencing consciously the activity of that pendulum. You ask a question and you're like, oh my God, I can't get that answer. It's gonna make a difference. So, I use it in everything, I use it in everything. But, in health, it's invaluable. You could have, what is wrong with my health? If your diagnosis is not there, but you got 20 ideas with your health, what your problem is. You just put them out on a chart and see what the pendulum says, and that's pretty good information and hard to come by. You want to know what cures to use that are going to help. A few choices. You make a chart, tells you to use that cure. It's invaluable information. I've used it a lot in my healing journey. I don't know what I would do without that. I wished it took me 15 years to get my diagnosis of Lyme's disease. I wished hell I'd have pulled out my chart. I would just had a blind spot there. I didn't. I probably did, but I just never put Lyme's disease on the chart because I had a little block about Lyme's disease. Every doctor told me there's no such thing as Lyme's disease in this part of the world, or everything I read, There's a lot of misinformation on Lyme disease, but anyway. I guess there must have been something else to this. I don't know what it would be. It's almost like Tai Chi or something, You just practice your Tai Chi, and then the pendulum will come, Your Qigong. Oh my goodness. Qigong. Practice your Qigong, and the energy will flow, and then it'll just be like blessings pouring down. I guess that's it.